everyone, Zammy Zee, I'm back. You guys, I'm sorry, I've ghosted you for so long. Yeah, I'm back. I'm settled in, new place, new environment, new vibes, the whole vibe. So yeah, let's do this. So if you don't know me, my name is Osama, but I'd like to go by Zammy Zee for the purposes of the channel. And welcome to my channel, welcome to my humble abode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, for engaging with me and everything. So today I thought it's been such a hectic year. And even me, like I felt the ups and the downs, the troughs and the peaks of everything, and I feel like I'm sort of finally now in a more mentally stable place. And I did this like really cool exercise that I found when I was listening to the podcast called Therapy for Black Girls, and basically just 20 questions for 2020. So I'm going to read the questions and I'm going to answer them. You're going to get a glimpse of what goes on in this mind, in this heart, So yeah, before I get into it, if you like what you see, please subscribe. And also guys, thank you so much for commenting. Please continue commenting, and please like the video. And I hope it doesn't take. Okay, so question 1. This is my joke. Quite cute. It's got cats on. I don't like it. So question 1. What practices of stillness have you incorporated in your life? Okay, so for me, I like to start the day in a pretty zen mode. So one of my favorite ways is to listen to gospel music. Yeah, so I do that. And I also take walks, and I will find a inspirational podcasts to listen to. So yeah, so those sort of draw me to they center me, let me say that. And I get to just think about things, think about positive things that uplift and build and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's usually just a lot of worship music in the morning, and then if I feel like I'm restless or something, I will go out just for a breath of fresh air and a walk, and just maybe listening to my favorite other type of music. I'm also I'm a soul junkie, so I like soul music a lot. So yeah, so that was question 1. Those are my practices of stillness. Question 2. What does joy look and feel like for you? Joy looks like my son's happiness. Like when I see him smile, when I hear him laugh, I all's well with the world with me. It's okay. Nothing else matters. It's he's happy, he's content, he's okay, and that's okay. For me, I my life, my own personal life can fall apart, but you're not his. No, I can't. So when he's happy, I'm very, very happy. And when I see that, it gives me the warm and fuzzies, especially also just watching his development and stuff. So joy looks and feels like my son. Yeah. Number 3, when was the last time you had a tears rolling down your face kind of laugh? This is actually quite sad. I laugh a lot. I'm very into memes and stuff like that on social media. I laugh a lot, but the only time where I laugh in such a way that my stomach hurts, I can't breathe, I've got tears rolling down my face type of thing, is when I'm with people and people I enjoy. So I swear to you, I think the last time that happened was in January, before China had a lockdown. I was with my girls, Sammy and Kelly, and we were having a blast. It was so funny. We were playing Board Never Have I Ever. There was the wines there. Kelly was doing her impersonations of things, and we're laughing jay about life, boy problems, whatever, like, you know. Yeah, those two souls, I miss those girls so much. We had a lot of fun together. Like, that was literally the last time we laughed. I laughed, like laughed. Otherwise, it's not that I'm unhappy, but you know, that laugh that comes from, nah, I haven't had that in the longest time. But yeah, but that's okay. It's just lack of the right people. That is all. Okay, question 4. When was the last time you offered a small act of kindness to someone? I think I do that like all the time. Like, I'm that person who holds the lift open. I'm that person who helps a random stranger carry their stuff. I will hail the cab if you, I don't know, the cab driver didn't see you or something like that. So let's see, like today. Oh, today one of my new colleagues is actually leaving, so I took her out. I took her out for dinner today. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's not even something I think about. It's something I do a lot. So yeah. Number 5, what surprises have you learned about yourself during this time? COVID. Yo, okay. I realized that I am actually I'm seriously like an overextended person, you know. Like, personally, I've got, when you put it on a balance of scales, like, I've got more people who rely on me than me, you know, having people that I know for sure that I can rely on. So to some degree, when I felt like I was falling apart, I actually didn't know where to turn. I didn't know how to do that. It's not something I'm used to as well. So that's one thing I noticed. It was like, okay, I need to just start practicing a bit more self-care, holistically. And then, what else did I write here? Yeah, and I also found that cooking for myself is lame. So I hate it. I don't do it. Even though I was like kind of bored about cooking for my family, but then but like now that it's like, guys, seriously, I'm going to now go turn on the stove and I'm going to be all serious chopping up onions and doing stuff for what? Just so I can. I saw this other meme that said it's a scam, cooking for 2 hours and you only gobble down the meal in like 10 minutes. So, and I was like, I relate. I sincerely relate, guys, you know. So those are like, yeah, I realized that I needed to have a bit more balanced approach to my life, and also cooking, guys, is so overrated. Anyways, number 6. When anxious, what's the worry usually about? Yo, imali, chelete, yo, guys, my finances. Like, yo, I don't stress about too many things, you know. But when my finances are not okay, or like if I feel like, yo, it's gonna be a long month, I'm not okay. Like, I'm not alright. And I think it's because it induces stress, because now I feel like, now I'm going to have to ask this person for help, or I'm going to have to let this person down, or whatever, you know. And it gives me like a negative feeling that I don't like. I like, it's not so much that I like money. I'm not a person who chases the paper. Like, I'm not that person. But and I mean, kudos to you guys who can do it. I don't know, I just wasn't built like that. But I'm also a person who prefers to be self-reliant. So guys, money is food. you know, money is clothes, money is comfort and whatever. So it's like when you don't have the money to buy yourself that cup of coffee that you're like, oh, I'm a coffee lover, it's like, oh, you know, life is not okay. It's not okay when you are literally looking at your cupboard and you're just like, okay, so I'm just going to have to pace myself here and be the 2 slices of bread type of person or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Like, and even that, it's just like, but why must I suffer? So no, for me, like, that's it. Everything else, I always feel like, you know what, it will fall into place, it will work itself out. But when I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel when money is concerned, yeah, I'm not hundreds. So yeah, so that's question 6. Number 7, what affirming ways or practices help you get through tough days? One thing I know is that I'm not defined by my failures. So when I go through a tough day, I go through a tough day. It's a tough day and I just let it be. It's tough. Yeah, I'll just let it be that. Chances are tomorrow I won't be feeling the same way anyways. And this is what actually makes it tough for me to tell other people when I feel sad, because they'll be checking on me and it's like, hey bo, I'm singing right, Mina, like I'm good. And now I'm the one who's feeling bad because you out here worried about me and stuff, and I'm just like, yo guys, I'm psycho, and like I don't know, I'll make a plan, I've sorted it out or something like that. And I don't know guys, I'm just not good at letting people help me. That sounds horrible now that I say it out loud, but whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, I let tough situations, I feel the feeling, and then I move on from it, like whatever, make a plan, a boer maak a plan. Yes. What cancelled event has been the most difficult for you? So that's question 8. I had the toughest time with Mother's Day this year. My mom, sister, and I have sort of formed like a tradition where we just always get together and we do something. It started out with just being a girls' day out, and then it became it sort of became a family thing because our family got bigger, like so we started incorporating our kids into that. And yeah, so this year I missed out and I pulled my eyes out. Yo guys, I cried a lot this year. I cried so much this year. And it's not a lot in comparison, like it's not a lot, but it's a lot for me because I don't have like time to be crying and stuff. But I've had quite a few instances where I just felt like just breaking down. Like I'd be walking from the supermarket and a thought crosses my mind, and I just want to stop right there and then, like throw whatever shopping down and just cry it out. But it's just that I'm not the wailing type. I'm just the tears, they just the silent crier type of person. So yeah, that was a bit tough for me, but my wonderful, amazing, brilliant son, he made me this cute card, and like, yeah, it was so cute. It was so cute. Like, he drew me as some sort of superhero. It was like I had like some sort of robotic machinery going on. I had this humongous afro. I was like strong and everything, and he was just like, you're the best mom ever. You're amazing. You're a super mom to me. That kind of vibe, And I was just like, God, what did I do to deserve this? like, yeah, made up for it big time. So it was bittersweet. It was a bittersweet moment. Number 9, what task would you like to still accomplish by the end of the year? Yo, guys, I need to clear my debts. I need to, yeah, I'm just, I'm so over that. I'm so over that. I was actually, if there was no interruption with the economic activities and stuff, I probably would have been okay by now. But I also experienced a salary cuts, and so I was living sort of hand to mouth for a good maybe 4 months or so, just making sure that things back at home are sorted, and then I also have enough to survive. Like, so yeah, I had to shelve that. It was like a survival mode vibes. So yeah, that's the one thing I just need to make sure that this, by the end of this year, which I'm pretty sure I will do anyways, I'm scholar free, yeah. Number 10, if you chose a word or phrase for the year, this question, have you stuck with it? Do you need a new one? Does the year have a different meaning now? Okay, so for me, 2020 was the year of ticking things off. I wanted to, like I said, clear my debts. I also wanted to get into shape, and I also wanted to get the ball rolling, with multiple streams of income. I listened to there was a live with one of my good friends, Usnesifo, was talking to Joe Human, and she said that this is not the year to start things. This is the year where it's like, if you've been a diligent steward of your finances, this is when you will reap the rewards. Otherwise, hi Sana, it was like, I can't even, like, what do you do? How do you? Because everybody is trying to survive. All the companies are trying to survive. So yeah, so I scrapped that. I had to let go. I had to cry about that too as well, because I could see that everything was not going according to plan, and it was frustrating as ever for me. But yeah, I let it go. I cried, I prayed, and God actually restored my soul. Like, He gave me a word, and I was at peace. Because He just reassured me that if He so fits for things to go this way, there's no way like it's just going to end like this. Like, this is not the end. It's just like, okay, fine. So you're not a failure. You're not a failure. It's just things didn't go according to plan. And so yeah, I'm now sort of living on more short-term to medium plans, no more long-term stuff, and it's working. So yeah, I scrapped that. 2020 has a new meaning for me. 11, what's the most meaningful thing you've read this year? I read the book by Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. I liked it so much. I am already a person who's very much into biographies. Even like, I enjoy talk shows. I enjoy interviews. I like to get insight into a person. So reading Trevor's book was really, really eye-opening for me. Because it's like, sometimes a person gives you a glimpse of who they are, but you never really get the full picture, and he was able to paint a clearer picture about the kind of life that he had. And there's one thing that I saw and that I took from that, was that when when you're in tune with yourself, you know yourself, you know what you're capable of, it's very hard to stay in a down and out situation. It's very difficult, because that it doesn't agree with you. It makes you like uncomfortable, even if it's like, okay, it's easier to not be ambitious. But honestly, if you know that you are capable of so much more, it's just so much more difficult to stay in a damp place, or to stay in a position that just doesn't serve who you are, you know. So he talks about how even though it's like he went to a great school and all of that, but after high school he had no plan. He had no plan because his mom had also done as much as she could, and she really couldn't afford a university for him. And he was that guy. He became that guy who, you know, those guys who are like always chilling by the tuck shops or some random dude's garage doing weird things or whatever. And he did that for a good 3 years, you know. And it's just like that was him. He was that guy in the hood who was there hanging out by the tuck shop, not knowing what is going on with his life, you know. But like even when he was there though, he did find a way. And I took from that okay, whilst he was there, yes, others were sort of living these dead-end lives, but he was able to actually do something smart, and raise some money, because at the end of the day, if you're the person with the know-how, you're just in a better position. And he knew things, he was more knowledgeable about things, and so he was able to make money, and he was able to get himself out of there, to get himself out of the hood. And he even wrote a passage in there about how the hood has the power of dragging you down, you know. And so essentially it's like, yes, we would rather not have it this way, but honestly, don't look down upon people who move out of the hood and go to the suburbs, because your environment is everything. Like, your environment really does shape who you are. It shapes your mind. And so getting out of that place, because the way that the townships are structured, it's a destructive structure anyways. I'm going in there too much, but like that book, yeah, I learned a lot. If you haven't read Born a Crime, get it, please. Okay, so yeah. Question 12. Have you been able to reconcile your 2020 plans again to your reality? And against your reality? Guys, I can't read my own writing. What helps with this? So not really. I haven't really been able to reconcile my initial plans with what is actually happening. But what does help is that I'm a believer. I have a strong, you know, base on my faith, and so I know that God is an omniscient God, and in everything that I've gone through and encountered, I've never like found myself in a destitute place, or like, you know, I always bounce back. So it's like, I know from experience that, okay, fine guys, it's not always gonna be like this. It's maybe bad now, but it's not always gonna be like this. So, you know, that helps me. It helps me to be able to reconcile things that have derailed, and just be at peace with everything. So yeah. Number 13, in those moments when you find yourself saying, what helps you to stay grounded? Again, it's also my deep sense of knowing that in the end it will all make sense. So there's a Zulu proverb that says, "Okwenzekile sekufana nokudaliwe." It's just like, okay, so things went pear-shaped, you know. Okay, fine, let's pick up, you know. It is what it is now. Like, making a big hoo-ha about something that has gone wrong, it doesn't change. It doesn't change that that thing has gone wrong. So now what must happen? We must fix the situation. So that's just it. We move, guys. I just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Number 14. Have you been able to tap into your creativity during this time? and if you have, in what ways? Okay, so I'm a person who likes to write, and I kind of did write a bit at the beginning of like the pandemic when it did its thing, when it was like really like, you know, I did do a bit of writing, but I kind of let it go again because I was unsettled, you know, within myself. And it's like, for me, my writing is, I don't write about negative things. I don't like to write about negative things. I prefer to inspire. I prefer to show that there's always hope, you know. So I can't do that from a place of despair myself. So I don't even want to fake it. I don't even want to, like, I'm not that person. So whenever I did get inspired to write, it's because I am like literally in my peak, my mental peak, you know, and that's when I sort of come up with this like nice poetry and stuff like that. I was slightly inspired by love though, so I did write something romantic. But yeah. Oh, I also started this channel. Yes. So yeah, you know, kind of nyan. Actually, guys, if you did not know, in high school, in my year, had full colors for public speaking. So like, speaking is actually my thing. It's just something I also just didn't really take that seriously. Or I don't know if there's anything I've actually ever taken seriously in terms of my talents and skills and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just one of those things like, okay, this is something like that you can do, so do it and see where it takes you. So here we are. Number 15, what helps you remain hopeful? You know how my life has panned out. In the moments when I do fail, or when I feel like I have failed, or when, you know, things just don't go the way that I want or expected them to go, there's this thing of, but like, so much was invested in me. Like God using his different resources, whether it's my parents, whether it's my teachers, whether it's my friends, whether, you know, it's my community or what, or my church even, you know. I feel like so there's so much that's been invested in me, and it won't go to waste. Nothing that has been deposited in me will go to waste. I will rise up from whatever situation, and I mean, guys, yeah, guys, me ngoza mantungu, I mean, like, guys, my name, guys, once you know, like, hey guys, I'm just like, no, I can't. You can't have such a majestic name and just watch your life dwindle to nothing. No. We rise up. I'm a beacon of hope, even for my family, because that is why I was named that, you know. So like, it's like that's not choice. It just, if where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Who goes there? We don't do that. Okay, right. Question 16. What has angered you the most this year? This is okay, slightly embarrassing, but like, I think I've been the maddest at my parents this year. I had a moment where I was just like, you know, when you like, okay, yes, okay, you know that people really do the best with what they have and what they know and whatever, but like sometimes you know, when we get into adulthood, there's a point where you find yourself parenting your own parents, and I was like, I was not having it. I was not okay with that. I was not okay with that, because I'm just like, you should make better life choices. I mean, it's not that I have voiced anything out or anything like that, but in my heart I was like, yeah. But yeah, anyways, you get to a point where you're like, okay, fine. We're kind of almost now in the same phase of life, you know, because also my parents are not that much older than me. They're like, we have about a 20-ish years gap, so it's like they're also still adulting just as much as I am, so like, what's gonna happen, you know? But yeah. Question 17, have you given yourself space to grieve, and what does that space look like, and how do you use it? Yeah, that space was me just going through the emotions that I was feeling, even though it was like uncomfortable, but I was actually able to just feel the negativity and let it go through me, you know, instead of trying to block it, which is something that it's very easy to just try and not feel something. But yeah, so I felt the feelings, I let the tears out, and that was that. It was a moment after that. So yeah, we're almost done. Question 18, what creative ways have you and your support system come up with to stay connected? I can't really say there's anything creative. It's just being more consistent with using the technology. We video call each other. We video call each other. That, like, that is it. That is it. What else? Like, we, you know, with my friends, you see funny stuff. I think I like to engage with people wherever I can. So if I see funny stuff, I will tag those who I think will relate. Yeah, if I see, or I hear a song that makes me think of somebody, I send it to them. You know, it's just being more deliberate with reaching out to people. So yeah, and also becoming like more accountable to those who matter to me, like who really like mean a lot. That also did help. So yes. Question 19, how have your thoughts about where or how you live and work changed during this time? How do you imagine they might look different in the future? Okay. So okay, so when I arrived in China, I got to stay in a small city called Tangshan, and I was okay with that. Was right, being the small city bumpkin type of person. Yeah, I wasn't really after the hype or whatever of the big cities. I was okay, but after some time, I got irritated with how limited life experiences are and how few foreigners there actually are in these small cities. And if they are there, they usually come from other countries. And there's something quite irritating. I may be speaking a lot of English here now, but guys, I don't like speaking English, especially in social situations. So I imagine hanging out with Americans and Ghanaians and whatever. Like now, I must really work hard. I must really work hard now with this English. Like, like how it's exhausting, you know. So yeah, and even though I had initially signed a 2-year offer with the kindergarten I was working at, yeah, after 1 year I was just like, nah, it's time to go. It's time to go. It was also a bittersweet moment because I really did form a bond with the kids I was teaching, and I was gonna raise them, you know. I was gonna take them from the nursery level. I'm gonna take them to level 1 and then to pre-K, which is like the level just before you go to grade 1. I was like looking forward to that because I mean, guys, watching them develop in their language skills, even in their intersocial activities, because these kids come to school like they be 3 years old and they are crying. It's uncomfortable for them. They miss their mommies, they miss their grannies, and eventually, you know, they get used to the routine at school. Okay, so I became that teacher. I got really attached to my kids, and yeah, but I also had to let that go. I had to let that go because essentially I came here to work, and this is not home. This is not home. So me crying about a bond that I formed with people that, you know, it's just like, you have to keep it moving. Yeah, so I also felt like I needed a change with the way the work structure, because the way different schools work differently. So I used to work in a kindergarten where it was like I was like a full-time job. I was like full-time teacher, and now I'm in a training center, which is much more lax. Like I'm not expected to build too much rapport with the kids, and because they sort of come and go, and also it's very like you just go into a class, you do your 1 hour, you get out, you know. Whereas in the other one, I stayed in the class the whole day, there with them while they were eating, while they were playing, and I was playing with them. I don't have to play with the kids now. And I don't miss that. I don't have to play with them. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was nice, but now it's not so nice anymore, and I wanted to experience something different. So now I moved from the north of China to the south, and I think I like it better. I do. Obviously, I don't know, and I don't plan to stay for too long. Yeah, there's that. Number 20, the last question. In what ways have you extended grace to yourself and others? I really feel like this should be my middle name, because I feel like this is something I always do again. I know that we falter, we fall, we falter, we have mishaps, we have failures as people, and I really I don't hold much against you as a human being. My faith has helped me to forgive people quite quickly and easily, and like it's so much so that it's embedded in me now, because I don't necessarily require you to apologize to me so that I can forgive you. I honestly think that forgiveness is autonomous, you know, to receiving an apology. And sometimes, for me, I'm so good at this that when I do get an apology, I feel like it's unnecessary emotions now, and like don't even. It's not. I'm not saying that people shouldn't apologize. You should, but yeah, it becomes too mushy. So, I'm just like, whatever. So extending grace to others, it's okay. To myself, I might be a little bit harder on me. I do tend to be a little bit harder on myself. But it helps to have people who know you, who have insight into who you are. I have a great, fantastic network of friends, and I know I have people who are able to bring to light those moments when I am being too hard on myself, and who are able to just bring me up and comfort me and that sort of thing. So yeah, I might not be good at doing it for myself, but I definitely do it for other people, and I think it's something, I don't know, we should just do a whole lot more often, guys. It's so much more easier to live a life where you let things go, and just not hold on to negative emotions. But yeah, that is my biased opinion. So anyways, that was it. This video is longer than I anticipated, but yeah, it is what it is. I enjoyed doing it, and I hope to see you all very soon on the next one. I'm going to be a whole lot more consistent now because I've settled into my new place, and I will, I've got ideas, I've got things to talk about again. So yeah, I love you all, and till next time, guys. Bye.